Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by this morning to our brand new channel. Today we're going to go over the 2020 Rubicon and a couple of very simple modifications I made so far. The first modification, brand new Jeep, 1,000 miles or so, and a couple minor things I did I want to take you on a tour on. But today we're going to focus on the LOD Destroyer rock slider install. I haven't seen a lot of videos on this, so I wanted to do a very quick overview of the sliders themselves. The install process should be very straightforward and simple, and then just a kind of a review of fit, finish, and how they look on the Jeep. We'll get to that pretty quick and take a look, and then I want to take a tour of the Jeep and the few things that I've done, simple modifications on the Jeep before I really started taking it off-road and figuring out what I want to do next with the tires, etc. So why don't we go inside, take a look at the rock sliders that came in, and get ready to do the install. Okay, so let's look at what came in the package for the rock sliders. Again, these are the LOD Destroyer series rock sliders. And these are going to be a frame bolt-on kit, and you can kind of see how they go around the body mounts here, and they'll replace the rock sliders on the factory rock sliders on the Rubicon. So what we have here is the two sliders, very substantial, very heavy. I'd say they weigh about 50 pounds each, quite frankly. And then the hardware that comes with these. So we've got a couple of these flag nuts, very simple bolts, washers to put in. Now, one thing I will say, a couple things. One is, it doesn't really come with instructions, but you do go to the site and you're able to download some pretty good instructions if you want to view it online. Although I think there are a couple areas we'll go over that are not so clear. The other thing I want to mention is what these things come in. The packaging for these is insane. So I bet you it took me longer to get these out of the box that they came in than it's going to take to install them. But very impressed with the packaging. Everything did arrive. No issues with the box or the product. So I was very happy about that. I will also say that it took about 5 or 6 weeks from the order to get these in. I did order them through Northridge 4x4. I'll put a link up on the site. Just, be clear that it will take quite a bit of time. The other thing to mention, just real quick before we get started, there's only 2 areas. Let me see if I can find. There's 2 areas. The camera picks that up. Very strange, where the paint was off to finish, and it's this corner here and this corner here. So I'm going to touch that up before we get started. But very strange, those 2 areas that came with the finish, with no paint on there. And I think that's got to be fixed before we put them on. Otherwise, look forward to a very quick install. Let me get set up, get the Jeep in. We got to get the old rock rails off. We'll go through that and we'll get started with the install. Okay, so the first thing we got to do, Jeep in the garage here, is take off these factory rock rails. So this should be pretty simple. Let's get underneath here and see if I can find what we got to do. So we've got 1, 2, 3 bolts to take off, and that should come off. So let me get going on that, and then we should be ready to line up our new rock rails. Okay, so now that we have the bolts and the pinch seam nuts off, let's see if this will come. And that just pulls straight out, and voila, some nice clean rock rails. So I think I'm going to save these for my daughter's JK Sahara, replace the set she has. These are pretty substantial, but very easy to come off. So let's get set up to bolt on the LOD Destroyers. Okay, so before we can line up our new rock rails, there's a couple of bolts we have to take off for how this is going to connect up. And let's see if I can get under here and kind of show you. So these bolts on each side of the body mount here and here must come off. So let's get under here and see if we can get this in here. I can't get that one. I have to get a swivel here. Alright, so once we get these off, oops, then we should be good to line it up. Okay, so in typical dad projects fashion, we're on our own with this project, and we need a little help getting this up in place. So I'm going to use my floor jack, and what I'll do is I'll try to lift it up in place, get some of the nuts in there to hold it, and then we can go through and tighten everything up. So let me move the camera so we can see better. I'm going to start in the back first and see if we can wiggle this in place. This should be fun. Okay, so that's a better view. Let's get everything lined up. Yeah. These screws. Do this. Pull that in place. All right, now that's gonna be tough for you guys to see, but put the flag net in. Somehow find a way to screw that in. Oh, found it. But what did I do wrong? I forgot the washer. Washer. Oh, all right. Let's see if we can find this again. Okay. So here's the tip. I had to loosen the front so I can wiggle it around that big washer, because I couldn't get that bolt out and I didn't want to mess with it. So now I can get these posts on and get these nuts in here, and we'll work our way from the back to the front. I think it's going to be a little bit easier that way. Okay. everything on. Passenger side went on just fine. A couple things to note: I did not drill the extra holes. Those are recommended if you're going to do some off-roading, definitely rock crawling. I definitely won't be doing that. So maybe at some point I'll do one area where in the back, I think, where I can just, it has a self-threading screw up into the frame. But the one in the front, you have to drill through the frame, and I need a right angle drill, and I just don't have that. So let's take a look at how it looks, and then we'll take a quick tour through some of the mods I made. Alright, so here's our LOD Destroyer rock sliders, fully installed. I think they just look fantastic. Great fit and finish, and how that goes in there. Fits. Now, the one thing my wife did say is she's worried about the holes if she gets in with heels, but I do think you're going to get in with the ball of your foot anyway. So overall, very happy. Let's take a look at some of the other things we've done. So up front, we have a Warn Evo 10S. This is one of the new Warns, and this is on the Warn winch plate. Very easy install, I think, and this winch went in very easy. You can see over here there's plenty of room to get to that inside bumper nut to put the bumper back on. No worries there. Really like that the winch came spooled. That was great. Made it very easy. One of the problems though is it did not come with a chafing guard, a sleeve on it, and so I went and bought this one. I'll put a link in the video. And then I have the Maximus 3 license plate holder and hook holder there. So I think that looks great. Let's look. I've got a couple of my decals here, pixel decals. I'll put that link in there as well, because you saw my dash graphics. Okay, so let's go around to the back. Not much here. I do want to point out one thing I did get is this, I can't tell if you could see it, this LOD antenna holder, and I bought this so that I can put my off-road flag here, or a flag in general, so it's something to connect it to. I will say thumbs down on this. It's just not going to work very well because it's in there so far. I can't really get to it to get the nut on for the flag. So overall, not very happy with that. Inside, we've got our Bartact fire extinguisher holder on the roll bar. This, very happy with. Very rock solid, no issues. Looks great. Just have the moving blanket back here so I don't have my cargo mat yet. Let's hop around inside and take a look. So inside, a couple things to point out. We've got the 67 designs for the phone holder. Very happy with that. Very easy to slip in the phone, and holds it very well, I think. You can twist it and turn it. I think the one thing that is a little iffy on this is it's so hard to tighten these down, especially this one back here because it's in there quite a bit. Then we have our Bartact grab handles here. I had to get these for the wife to get in, especially on the passenger side. It's also why I got the rock sliders for the steps, so she can get in. I think that's about it. So overall, I'm very happy with the 2020 Rubicon. Drives great. One thing I will say is when I ordered it, it's a little frustrating, the ordering process. I tried to order it immediately when the 2020s were available and really wanted to get the automatic cruise control safety group. They wouldn't do that together, and then they wouldn't let you order it without these. After that was available, they wouldn't let you order it without the upgraded wheels. Not a big fan of the upgraded wheels, but because it's an extra $900 option, I am very happy with the Falcon Wild Peak tires. These are great tires. I got them finally dialed into 32 PSI, and they ride great. Oh, one last thing. My little stubby antenna works great. Don't listen to FM much, but works fine when I do. I like this one because it had the red carbon fiber. Okay, I'll put the links below. Comment, let me know what you think.